Morning YouTube, Louie here on Monday, October 13th, 2025 with the best silver gold deals anywhere on the internet. Let's get going. All right, in the spot market, we have got gold up $59 to 4,075 and silver a massive $1.66 up to 51.55. In the futures market, silver is 49.67, so nearly a $2 spread. Not a $3 spread as it was the other day, or $1.50 as it was when this whole divergence started, but about a $2 spread between futures and spot. And what I'm doing is I am using the futures market price as my barometer, and I would not be buying anything that doesn't have an appropriate premium over the futures market price. Okay, but we are moving fast here and looking pretty bullish. The gold-silver ratio based on spot is 79, so that is now, in my opinion, irrelevant. It would be more like 82 if it were based on futures. 10-year yield, 4.059, threatening 4% and wanting to go lower. The dollar up almost a 0.5% to 99.262. I think it's going to push 100 and then probably resume its downtrend. Copper market up 23 cents, almost 5% to $5.10. Platinum up $49 to $1,648 as the rally continues, and a recent high was $1,694, so about 50 below the recent high. GDX up 2.77% to 77.88, but again, not quite back up to the $79 recent high. Silver miners up 4.33%. Now that is a shocking large number. 73.86 would put us right about at the recent all-time highs. Silver looking stronger than gold today. In the economic calendar, to the extent that anything is open, it is Columbus Day. The bond market is closed. The stock market and the metals market is open. Tomorrow, NFIB Optimism Index, Fedhead. Wednesday, Empire State Manufacturing Survey, Fed Beige Book. Thursday, retail sales, PPI, core PPI. Initial jobless claims, I don't know what of those reports we will actually get, but we could rally all the way into those reports. In the pre-markets, wow, we are really in the fear category now, 30 on the Fear Greed Index. Nonetheless, Dow futures bouncing back nearly half of what they lost on Friday, up 405, S&P up 79, and NASDAQ up 423. And this has to do with Trump announcing 100% tariffs on China. I believe it was on Friday. And then this morning or last night actually, I believe, saying everything will be okay. All right, before we get on to the best silver gold deals anywhere we can find on the internet, welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. Now is the perfect time to give me a thumbs up. It will help the channel. Thank you so much. The question of the day is, if you're looking for the right thing to buy now, for you buyers, I know a lot of people are sitting out this madness and just waiting until everything settles down. But let's say you're a buyer. What do you go for? What do you go for? Not what do you pay, because hopefully we'll get a good price based on futures. But what do you go for? I'll give you two of my top picks. My first pick is Silver Eagles, if you can find someone pricing them off the futures price. And my second pick would be junk. And I'd probably go and try to find that at the local coin shop, because they ought to be selling it really cheap. Why can't they sell it? Because the refiners are clogged up with junk silver and sterling silver and so forth. So you want to buy the most damaged of the trades right now, that would be junk. But Silver Eagles are obviously in short supply, probably because they're not melting them, although I don't put that past them. Yeah, Silver Eagle would be another good choice if you can get good prices on either. All right, let's get on to the deals, and let's just see lots of changes, lots of Oh my gosh, I don't know. This market is just absolutely crazy. 1/10 gold eagle over at Safe Haven Metals is $462. 1/4 ounce gold eagle, Safe Haven Metals, 1,115. A lot of bullion exchanges listings were sold out. $5 commemorative is at Monument Metals, 1,006. Yes, $1,000 commemorative. Half ounce gold eagle is 2,127 at bullion exchanges, putting your melt at about 4,380. So about a $300 premium over melt on that half ounce gold eagle. We can do much better on eBay. We'll get there in a minute. A 1 ounce gold eagle is 4,252 at BGASC, and those are uncirculated. A gold buffalo is 4,277 at Summit Metals. Moving on to a Krugerrand, which ought to be pretty cheap, but not at spot anymore, and certainly well, never mind. I was going to say at futures spot, but I believe the futures and the spot market in the gold market is properly calibrated. 4,144 for a gold Krugerrand. All right, moving on a little bit more. A 20 franc is over at Provident Metals, 775 for a 1867 ounces of gold. All right, and moving on, let's keep going. Platinum, if you're looking for a platinum eagle, look at this price. 1,904 for platinum eagles. They were 1,100 just a blink ago. Man, have you made money on platinum eagles if you've been buying those. Just a random platinum coin is 1,781 at bullion exchanges, and platinum in the assay is 1,764 at BGASC. Platinum really making a move here. I think it'll hit my 1,800 target. We'll have to see what happens after that. The 25-gram platinum pack, 1,596 at Golden Eagle, cheaper on eBay. Palladium, I will skip. Okay, Silver Eagle is getting harder to find at a good price, and I would not pay this. 57.75, so look what they're doing. They're using a spot price of 51.56. They're tacking on $6. What did I tell you about Silver Eagles? And some people are paying this. I hope that's not you. Let's go on to Culls. Couple dollars cheaper at 54.51. I wouldn't buy those either. It's got to be on eBay or Pass or at the local coin shop. I hear that last I heard, Vermilion was basing his buy and sell prices off futures. Kudos to him for doing that. I don't know other dealers that are doing that, but if you know one, then you got a good dealer. All right, on my red light, green light indicator, I'm saying the rally is intact. I'm a little surprised that we haven't had a smackdown. But you should use future prices as your barometer. The spot price will ultimately equalize with the futures price, with futures being a little higher. Keep your buying restrained. Don't go out and bet the ranch right now because anything could happen. And I think I'm just going to give you my opinion of what's happening here. There is an imbalance between London and the USA. They brought all the silver over here and it stayed here. There will be people shipping back to London to capitalize on that $2 to $3 premium in the spot market. But I think what may be going on here due to investor demand, which is coming back like a rocket into paper silver like the SLV, I think they've got a problem with the SLV, and I think they're probably trying to retain metals or physical metals or even future metals in the United States to probably satisfy the growing demand in the SLV. And there has been a disconnect lately. If you watch if you watch spot, which SLV is based on, versus SLV, you'll see premiums and deficits all throughout the day. So I think something is up with SLV. I have also heard that there are no more shares to borrow in order to short the SLV, which is the other trick I think they were trying. So we look like we have a little bit of a short squeeze rally here. And I'm hearing more optimism and price predictions from big banks of $65 silver, Just don't sell here. Just don't sell. Okay, here we go. And moving on, what else do we want to talk about? A little silver maple can be had for 54.37 at bullion exchanges. Used to buy those all day long for 17 bucks. A Philharmonic would be cheaper at 54.23. That was 53 something a minute ago. But again, we're going to try to find better prices. Oh my God, I don't even want to check the Libertads. And let's see, the whatchamacallit, Navy Privy is sold out and not coming back up in the morning. And you can still get that limited edition silver proof set over at the U.S. Mint if you want to try to capitalize on that. Over at Costco, what are they doing over there? We'll see. And Costco has got one little silver bar for $5.39. They haven't raised the price back to $5.49, so you could buy that if you have that executive club membership and a good credit card. Junk. Now, this is what I would not pay. I would not pay 36.7 times face for junk. We're just going to have to do much better or don't buy it. I'd want to buy that more like 33 times face. In a bigger lot, this is 36.45. Do not buy that. That's the best price on the internet from the big dealers. Don't fall for it, guys. Junk ought to be very cheap with the refineries backing up, and the LCS has nowhere to go with it, all right? So they'd love to get rid of it. Get down to your LCS today and find out how cheap you can buy junk. Quantity of 20, and look for those mercs while you're doing it. Bullion exchanges out of cheap rounds. I'm sorry, bullion.com out of cheap rounds. The twin maple has always been there, and now it's gone. There is some FOMO coming in this market, but it is a very dangerous market at these prices. Over at Golden State Mint, are they still selling? Oh, look, they got Morgan replicas, $53.69. But this is how actually Golden Eagle is where I'll show you this. And they are no different than almost all the dealers. But if you go to their buy-sell page at Golden Eagle, and I have sold to them, and they're a good outfit, and you go to silver, okay, they're only paying $49.50 for a silver eagle, and I would buy them at that. And look what they're paying on 1 ounce rounds, $46. Okay, they're selling 1 ounce rounds at 50 cents over spot, which I guess would be one of the better deals today. Look what they're paying for maples, 47.83. I just would not be selling right here. I'd be waiting to let this whole thing shake out and see if these dealers ever revert back to spot price or if futures catch up with spot price. At some point they will. I don't know if it's a day, a week, or a month, but at some point they will. Okay, a kilo, if you're looking for big silver, is 1,738 at Hero Bullion. A hundi is 5,361. Are they out of their minds? Now, why would you pay that? You ought to be getting a much better deal than that. Holy mackerel. There's that limited edition silver proof set. You can still subscribe, and Navy is long gone, going for $220 to $250 on eBay if you bought one. Now we're on eBay. We're going to try and get the best deals we can by using a 3% rebate credit card. Links on my website to the PayPal credit card or the American Express Everyday Cash. And I do appreciate if you click my links here when you buy something, because that's what keeps my whole train running. All right, and here we got Silver Eagles. This one's a little too good to be true, but let's check it out. $10.50 for a tube of 20 2008s. It is a small seller with good feedback, $11 shipping. So you'd be taking a risk on that one if you wanted to go for a small seller. But look at the price on this out the door. Okay, let's say he takes $1,000. That's $50 an eagle. Then you take $1.50 off. That's $48.50 for an eagle. Okay, now that if that were a better seller, a bigger seller, I would buy that any day of the week. So channel members, you may want to take a shot on that. Check his feedback very carefully. Maybe we can find a little bigger deal. Look at this, bullion.com, but these are culls. So that's going to be 50-50 and about 49 out the door for culls. Look how cheap that is compared to the cheapest dealer at the big websites. This is why we shop on eBay. This is where you're going to get realistic prices. So there you go, and those are calls, but they'll probably be not too bad if they're from the good seller, bullion.com. Here we've got, here's another one. How about this guy here? He is same small seller, probably, I don't know, 36 feedback, $4 shipping. May or may not be the same seller, but there's another small guy who just wants to get rid of his Eagles at 50 bucks, and you'll get him at 48.50. Let's see, and oh my God, there's so many Eagle deals here. Um, I don't know. That's the smaller to mid-sized sellers that are really giving it up right now. Do not shop at the big dealers right now. Just don't do it. Boycott the big deal. Boycott any dealer that's using Kitco Spot as their, their North Star. Now here we got BGASC, who's got 100 rounds for 55.75. Okay, now that does beat their website price because out the door it'll be about 54 an Eagle. But why pay that when you can get them for 48.50 from some of the smaller sellers or in the smaller lots? You guys keep your wits about you if you're buying. Let's see, what do we want to do? We'll do a maple this morning. A tube of 25 maples, 13.19. Is that a big seller? Big seller, fair feedback, maples, and they are shield guard maples. So 13.19 on the cheat sheet is 51.22. You beat the dealer price by $3 there. This is why we shop on eBay. You can click any of these links and find the other tubes at 25. Maybe you'll find one cheaper. Let's do a Philharmonic today. No match. Probably because I didn't put my upper boundary at the right place. No Philharmonics. Look at that. They bought out the Philharmonics. All right, this one is intriguing. Let's see what you got. And you got quarters, and you got standing liberties, and I don't know, kind of a mixed bag. He's thrown some slicks in there, which I do not like. I do not like that that action there. That's about 35 times face, and that would be about 34 times face out the door. I don't like what he did here, so let's find somebody else. This is same guy. 34.4, $5 shipping. Yeah, same guy. Let's keep going there. 35 times face, and that is free shipping, unspecified. Yeah, okay. They're Washington quarters, 35 times face. Now here's the melt on this. 35 times 0.97. Got to have a good credit card to shop on eBay and then pay it off right away. 33.95 times face divided by 0.715 equals 47.48. Okay, so you are $2 under futures. I forget what futures were, 49.50 or something. You're $2. This is what you want to pay for junk. Maybe we'll do a little better, maybe we won't, but there you go. All day long, pick those up. And junk would be, junk or Eagles right now is what I'd be looking for, trying to snag somebody who's desperate to sell. Is there another one like that? Here's one for 353, 355. Here are some Benjis and Walkers at 347. Can we get some Mercs? Now, you don't want the slicks. You don't want the no dates. You don't want the damaged or hold. Walkers. Here's some more Benjis and Walkers. Look to be good quality. Right now, your collection is basically worth melt because melt is so high unless it's a key date. Pop them out and sell them. That would be my, well, I don't know. These prices are not really equating to spot right now. But if you have any collections at all, what I would do is pop out all the money coins, all the hard to get, hard date coins, keep those separate, dump everything else as junk. Collections, that's what the LCS is going to do when you bring it in. Okay, here's Mercs, a bag of Mercs, 37.5. Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, let's keep going here. I think we did all right. Here's a bag of Mercs, 37.4. Nah. Now, a big bag of junk. How cheap can we get that from a big dealer? Franklin, here's a, that's 40 times face. No. Here's a big bag, 35.4. On that, you'll get that out the door at 34.4. And that would be probably a pretty good deal if you're looking for a whole lot of junk. Compare that to that small lot, buy the one that's cheaper. I'm not going to do the Carson Cities and the Morgans, but I will do, oh, what are the 5-ounce libs going for? I still got to sell mine. Must be crazy price, huh? Look at that one's all messed up. How about that one too? $300. Wow. That's $60. Yeah, $60 an ounce. That sounds about right. Okay, let's do a kilo. Better find a cheap one. Here's a kilo from a big seller. Pretty good feedback. It is a United. What is this, British? Never heard of United. It's funny. Who the hell is United? United, this looks like a homegrown bar. Presents one limited kilo poured bar. He's pouring his own bars, whoever he is. But he's a big seller with good feedback. $16.99. We'll do the math on you. $16.99. You're going to have to verify that, though, when you get it. Divided by 32.15. But wait, there's more. Okay, that's $52.80. No, not a good enough price. Times 0.97 with a good credit card. Out the door per ounce, $51.26. No, thank you. We can do better. Let's try Hundy. Hundy. And a 100-ounce bar. Get past the scams and the small bars. $51.50 for an RMC bar. Those are nice melting bars. Only 3 nines, but they melt fine. Somebody messed that one up, put it in the metal press or something. Not sure what they were doing to that bar, but he's going to have a hard time selling it. This one's $51.50. I'd offer him $5,000 and see if he wants to dump that ugly bar. And then maybe you get it out the door at $48.50. That's the kind of thing I'd be looking for today. He's not going to sell this at $51.50. So make him an offer. You send him a message. You say, hey, would you take $5,000? He'll get back and say, no, but I'll take $5,100, $5,075. And you play it like that. He's a big seller with good feedback, so he'll get back to you. What do we got here? 5-ounce Engelhard, $51.98 for another. So that one is much more expensive than the other one. There's an Engelhard. There's another Engelhard. There is rare U.S. bullion. What is that? And why is it in the damn wrapper? What in the world? Uh-oh, sold something. People are buying. United States bullion building? What the hell is this? Why haven't you unwrapped it? Oh, what is this, a secret? The hell is this? What the hell is this? Big seller, good feedback, $10 shipping. What the hell is this? Anybody know? Is it a grease bar? No, those are odd weights, so it's not a grease bar. It's not a San Francisco mint ingot. Okay, I'm going to have to read. Look at this. Comes in a little carrying case? Why? He doesn't want to rip open the paper? You can bet he's ripped open that paper. Look at that. Why the hell would it have a strap on it? United States bullion. Beverly Hills, California. Okay, let's read the description. I don't know, he piqued my interest here. What in the hell do you say about this? Extremely rare. United States bullion, highly sought after item for collectors and investors, measuring 100 ounces. Hand-poured bar is valuable addition. Unique composition and shape make it a one-of-a-kind. Produced in the United States. Testament to quality. Blah, blah, blah. The sealed, never opened, old belt-style seal bar is a valuable investment for those looking to add to their portfolio. The bar, as shown in the photo, has old seal from the United States bullion. Okay, well, United States bullion is obviously not the United States Mint. It is some other company that poured bars, so you have no idea what you're getting there. But I will admit that's kind of a conversation piece. And if you get it out the door at $5,000 or so, then you got it at least between futures and spot. And it's been I don't know, that is like so weird. I've never seen one of those before. Whoa, man, that is really strange. Okay, let's do 1 gram gold. 1 gram gold as cheap as, come on, give us a good one here. 1 gram gold. What in the world? Oh, I forgot to reset my prices. I'm just going to move on. Well, maybe I'll do it for you. Hold on. Look, used to be 130 cap. Let's go to 160. Got any 1 gram gold up to 160? Ruthenium, palladium, whatever. Here we got 146 for a combi bar from Valcambi. What is that on a melt basis? 146 times 31.1. That is 4504 times 0.97. That's 4,400 melt on a 1 gram bar. Well, you could buy that. There's Gold Shot, 145.99. Oh, they get cheaper. 139. Istanbul Refinery. That's a good refinery. That is a big seller. Free shipping. No, $7 shipping. That's not bad. That'd be even cheaper. I think that would be okay. That'd be even cheaper. So 1 gram gold bars, and what have we got in here? Yeah, if you want a gold coin, oh, here's 145 for one of those busted off the PAMP pack. What else we got in the 1 gram category? How about a coin? 154 for a 1 gram gold maple. What is that, Engelhard? No, Arger Horaeus. All right, let's keep going here. Holy moly, 1/10 gold. These prices are crazy, aren't they? I don't know what that is. 435 for a gold eagle. I don't believe it. Let's see, small seller. Yeah, it's a scam. Let's see, gold polar bear is a mid-sized seller. Great feedback. And these are nice coins. And that one is 440, 4,400 melt. And then you would take about $12 off. It'd be about 428 out the door. It's a good price. I mean, you know, considering gold. Let's keep going here. Let's get up to a 1/10 gold eagle. Let's see if we can get a good deal on one of those. Skip the zero feedback seller. Whoa, what is this? This is mid-size seller, fair feedback, $8 shipping. You're going to get a proof gold eagle in the OGP for 436, actually 440, 444 minus 3% puts you at about 432. Well, that's a good deal. If you're buying gold, you're buying small gold. Well, that's good. You get a proof coin for the price of a BU. Let's go on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Did I just do that? No. 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Got to get past the junk here. 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Oh, we're going to get something in the slab, maybe. There we go. 10.99 1/4 ounce gold eagle. That's a Liberty head. You don't want that. That is not a 1/4 ounce of gold. 1/4 ounce proof. 1104, and that would be about 1070 out the door. That'll beat the dealer. Here's one in the slab. That'll be about 1070 out the door. Here's a BU. Why get a BU when you can get a proof in the slab? Let's check this one out. He's got $5 shipping, but look at that. Oh, that's very nice. Authenticated slabbed PF70 gold eagle, MS70 gold eagle. The slab is meaningless. The grade is meaningless, guys. Don't buy that stuff. You see this guy, he's selling this for less than you can buy a BU random date cull gold eagle. These slabs, you know, just stay away. And this one here is 1104. Well, you got your choice there. And so we're getting gold eagles at about 1070, actually, and then minus another 30 bucks, about 1040 on a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. If I did my math right, 1040, and a 1/4 ounce gold eagle at the dealers. There's people like, oh, I need to shop at the dealer because 1115. Look at that, 45 bucks. I gotta shop at a dealer. eBay scares me. Okay, great. But you know, some of the same dealers sell on eBay, so if you're in that camp, then just buy from the same dealers that you buy from on their website. Why wouldn't you? If you have a credit card. Okay, 1/2 ounce gold eagle. There's a Canadian listing. He'll take a best offer. What is that out the door? That is $21.41, but you may get a customs charge on that. And I don't know what's up with tariffs on precious metals, but that is a beautiful early gold eagle, proof gold eagle. Wow. $5 shipping. I wonder if you would actually get the tariff. Backyard Bullion says people are getting charged tariffs. So maybe this has been adjusted for that. Too cheap. If you live in Canada, pick that up, guys. Let's see. Or you could pay $21.68. You'd be out the door at 60 bucks. You'd be out the door at 2,100 on a half-ounce Gold Eagle. 2,100 versus a dealer price, best on the internet, 21.29. Oh, you're only saving 30 bucks. I'd get the smaller one. And that one was, oh, let me just keep going. If you want to keep looking for one of your big retailer sellers, you can do that. 1 ounce Gold Eagle, and that one is going to be, what's the dealio with this guy? 37.50, that's a scam. 41.99, Slovakian, nope. 42.50, he'll take a best offer. When they take a best offer, that's usually the best case scenario. So 42.50, I don't know, maybe you offer him 41. Nah, maybe you offer him 41.50. Maybe you get it out the door at 4,000, something like that. 4,000 for a 1 ounce Gold Eagle. That's a lot of ifs, I'll grant you. 4,000 versus a dealer price of 42.61. You need to play with this guy. That guy right there. All right, just engage with him. He'll take a best offer. And, you know, if he immediately rejects your best offer, you have 4 more chances to bring it up. And you could almost go all the way up to asking on that and still beat the dealers. And you got a slabbed MS-70 signed by a who cares, Jeannie Norris. Who cares who that is? This person paid up for this slab. And that is my point. The premiums you pay for slabbed coins, special, you know, labels, etc., will diminish over time and ultimately, look at this, ultimately become negative. Negative to BU coins. Look at all the slabs going for less than the raw coins. You see my point? Guys, you know, you have to do this for a while before you figure that out. And the dealers want to sell you that junk. Don't buy it. Okay, here is 0 bids on that one. 49.25 on the 1.85 proof gold set. You can check that to the dealer price, see if that's better. $5 commemorative. Now, you also want to look for these in the 3 coin sets. And we're already, right off the bat, we are cheaper than the dealer was at $1,000. We don't want the breast cancer coin. Skip that one. This guy is a small seller, 100% feedback, $5 shipping. But I would play. I'll take a little more risk than some people. It's a booby prize. Crack it out of there. You got yourself a commemorative. So let's say he takes 10.50. I'm sorry, let's say he takes 9.50. Let's say you get it out the door for 30 bucks late. You get this out the door at 9.20. Look at the melt on this. 9.20 divided by point. Oh, my brain just skipped. 241. Why did I forget that number? Wow, you'd be so far under melt. So you guys, I know he's only 84 feedback. Check him out thoroughly. Check out what else he's got listed. He's taken best offers. This guy is dumping his gold. He's got a booby prize here. Nobody wants it. Please scoop that up. Okay, we're just hitting home runs right and left here. I just got to move on to the salutations and commendations. Here's that Amex card and 3% cash back only when you check out through eBay. Also works at the U.S. Mint, also works at the grocery store, anywhere you want on that card. It's a great card, and they'll pay you after you use it a bit. They'll give you a bonus. PayPal card is 3% unlimited cash back. Here's a link to that one. I like the Quicksilver card. I like the Saver card from Capital One as well. The money you save on groceries, you put into your precious metals fund, and bam, you got a free tube of Silver Eagles. I just redeemed over $400 of savings from my Saver card from shopping. I like to eat. You know, I'm on this keto diet. We buy a lot of meat, fish, chicken, etc. And saving 3% at the grocery store. I mean, right now, Ralph's has got a 10% off coupon. So you clip all the coupons, the individual coupons, you get those deals. You use your $10 off coupon on purchases over $100, And then you hit them with a 3% rebate, grocery rebate card. And I'm telling you, and then maybe it's a 3-day weekend. I don't think Columbus Day generally qualifies, but sometimes they drop the price. I don't know. That's how I buy my ribeyes. And I take them to the cleaners, dudes. And all that money that I save on groceries goes right back into metals. Okay, and moving on here, losing my voice, and we just got to say, don't forget your boxes of nickels. $100 for a box of nickels, mostly copper, but quite a bit of nickel in there. You don't think commodities are going to fly? Damn, of course they are. And this is not financial advice, and what do I know? So just, get all opinions out there. And you can buy me a cup of coffee if you like what I'm doing here. You can join the membership channel, link at the top of the description box, for $4.99 a month, and I'll even pour you some silver. And thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for sharing, and subscribe if you want to see more. You guys have a great day, and we'll check the spot price one more time. This is the biggest jump in spot I have seen in a long time. Spot silver up $1.68 to 51.57. Futures, now remember, this is our North Star now, 49.94. I think that may already be busting through the all-time high in the futures market. There are so many different highs. People say $50, but it's something in the spot market. It's something else in the futures market. It's something else intraday. But this looks like it's going to go higher. And I'm not personally buying, but if you were, look at the junk and look at the eagles would be my advice. And don't spend all your money at one time, because it could be 55 today and it could be 40 tomorrow. This is high volatility. Have a great day, guys.